Hi everyone, I'm hoping this time my husband will not call, will not interrupt the video, so let's start one more time. As I was saying, we have the heat wave. I'm sitting home and I'm dying. It's so freaking hot. I hope this weather will calm down and then temperatures will go down as it should be. It's mid-August, so I'm hoping you have a better weather wherever you live. And let's do some quick makeup. So I will be using pressed powder as most of the times, but remember, you use whatever foundation works for your skin type. So if you have very dry skin, stay away from pressed powders. If you have lots of some lines, wrinkles, stuff like that, try to stay away from the powders too, because the powders have tendency to stick inside those lines. So those are those few tips that you may wanna think about, consider them when you are deciding what type of foundation you want. Very light foundation that will be fantastic and will not stick in the pores, will not stick in those lines, will be like spray foundation. For summer it's perfect, it's very light, like airbrush finish. The liquid foundation and the stick foundation, it's fantastic for very dry skin, but also it's good for any other type of skin during the winter when when it's cold, it's windy, it's rainy. So that stick foundation will give you perfect protection for your skin at that time. Right now for me it's summer, it's hot, I have oily skin, so I'm going to use my pressed powder foundation, but that works for me. Remember, use the right foundation, the right type of foundation for your skin. And also remember that now we are all tanned, so we are using the darker foundation, probably the darkest that you could use during the year. But now, depends where you are, soon you're gonna have less sun and your tan will start disappearing. So you may have to think about the transition color for your foundation. So when you are doing the transition from the dark summer foundation to the much lighter winter foundation, all depends how much you tan during the summer and what is the area you live in, how much sun you're gonna have in those winter months. You may have to start adding and mixing your foundations sooner or later, but just be prepared. Don't get upset that suddenly your foundation is not working for you, it's too dark for you. That's because the change of the seasons, and that's normal. That's what every year happens. You have to be prepared. You have to have your winter and summer foundation, and depends how far away those colors are from each other. You can either buy like middle color for your foundation, or you can just simply mix those two in different proportions. But when you are between the switch from the dark summer to the light winter foundations, so just so limit the number of foundations you have at home. Buy the summer one, buy the winter one, mix them during the transition time. And the transition time will start soon, so be prepared for that one. Don't stress out, it's normal. So nothing new, but we often forget about it, and then we start getting upset that something is not working, that the color doesn't look right on our skin or something, and that's just because with the less and less sun, as the summer is coming to an end, our skin will get lighter and we're gonna need different colors of foundations. So I put my pressed powder foundation on. I'm doing the bronzer, and I just go underneath my cheekbone and then blend it up. You never want to blend down, you always want to blend up. You want to lift your face, not to make take it down and kind of drop it. So I'm going again underneath my cheekbone like this C cup, and then blend it up. And it's always better to use little of the product and then add more if you have to, than take too much right away, because it's not like you cannot work with it, but it's gonna require lots of blending for you to get where you want to be. I also gonna add a little bit of my bronzer on the side of my nose, So I like to kinda make my nose look skinnier, but you don't have to. This is like personal preference, where you're gonna apply your bronzer or your contouring products. It's all how you like it. You remember, you're making your makeup for you, not for others. So as long as you like it, as long as you feel good with it, just do what makes you happy. You can also go along the hairline. It all depends again on your face shape. So if you have, depends what shape of your face is. So if you don't know, if you need help, decide and find out what it's the right shape for your face, what it's the right way that will look the best for your face to apply your contouring products. Just let me know. We're gonna do one-on-one consultation and I can help you with all that. I know it's confusing. I know there's lots of shapes. So I have more like oval type shape, meaning that my face is longer than wider, and it's also here it's the widest. And if for square face, you would kind of see like more straight line for the hairline, and also the sides of the face here on the top of your head will be like the same width as your like cheekbones. For me it's not, it's definitely smaller here and here, so I know it's more like oval thing. So that's how you kind of think about the shape of your face. And then you're using the darker colors in the areas what you wanna kind of hide, and then you're using the lighter color, the highlight in the areas that you wanna highlight, that you wanna really kind of pop out. So those are the main things that you wanna remember when you are applying those type of products. I'm gonna put a little bit of my blush, and I'm going with my blush called Sisterly, which is this pinkish color. That's kind of like how I like, but when you are picking the color of your blush, you wanna think about the color of your lipstick that you will be wearing at that day. So you wanna your blush and your lipstick be kind of in the same color family. So I will be using like that pink mauve type lipstick, so that's why that pinkish blush will work for me. But if you are going for the lipstick that is more orangey brownish, you wanna look for the blush more in the peach colors, just to kind of stay in the same orangey undertones. I'm gonna add a little bit of my the Luminizer. So this is like more shine, and I'm just gonna add it on top of my cheekbone, just to give me that sun-kissed look. And the same on this side, so you can see it's already like and this is like the I took the too dark one. So this one, it's like a little bit too dark for me, but at least you can see it in the video where I'm applying it. So it gives you that sun-kissed look, but it also gives you that shine. So that's what the highlight, the luminizers are for. They wanna bring that reflection of the light, reflection of the sun to your face in that areas when you normally would have it. Because when you apply foundation, you make your face more flat, so that brings it all up. And now I'm gonna go for my eyes. For my eyes, I picked for today two very light colors. So this one is called Decisive. It's more like dark pink mauve color, and this one is called Giggly, which is very light pink color. So I'm just gonna apply this one all over my eyelid, and again I'm using those liquid eyeshadows, that way I don't have to like worry about them creasing, because they really dry to powder and they have amazing staying powers. So I'm gonna do one eye at a time because they dry very quickly. So I'm just gonna blend them on top and leave the darker near my lash line. So you want to be able to see them. So I'm just blending them here and leaving them as is on my eyelid, and I'm gonna apply it to my other eye. So again, I'm doing one eye at a time because they dry very quickly, and you want to make sure that you have time to blend them before they dry out. So I am blending them just on that crease line, making sure that they are visible when I open my eye, because when you have hooded eyes, that's the trick I have learned, that you wanna like open your eye and make sure that the eyeshadow is visible when you open the eye, because no one is like walking with closed eyes. So if you apply your eyeshadows just to your eyelid and you have hooded eyes like me, and you open your eyes and no one can see it, are we applying it just for us to see them when we close the eyes? No, we want them to be visible. So that's one thing that we wanna consider when we are applying those eyeshadows. And now I'm gonna apply that lighter giggly. So I'm just gonna tap it here and tap it here, and I will blend them together. So I'm bringing that light color in my inner circles, in my inner corners, just to bring that light to make the eyes look more awake. And I'm just lightly blending them together. So that way you are making your eyes like more awake, and also by putting the light color in the inner corners, you kind of make your eyes look wider apart from each other. So I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. So I'm gonna start like always with my lash primer, and then I'm gonna add mascara. And what the lash primer does, it keeps your lashes hydrated, prevents them from drying and breaking, but also it's like first coat of mascara. So when you apply the mascara, it's gonna really have a much better effect. You can see it much more, so you are using less mascara at that point. And I feel like this is enough mascara for today. I don't need any more. So I'm gonna do the same on my other eye. So I always go from the bottom, a little bit from the top, just to really cover my lashes evenly from both sides, and finish from the bottom. And you wanna kinda roll your wand, wiggle your wand, that way you are separating your lashes, especially the rolling. It's really helping you to separate the lashes. And if you are like me, you wanna add a little bit of mascara on the bottom lash line, but you don't have to. This is really optional. This depends how you feel about doing it. I just like to do it, but you don't have to. This is really optional and personal. And don't forget about the brows. So I'm gonna do a very quick thing for my brows, and both of my dogs, you cannot see them, both of my dogs are here with me. They are happy that they can be so close and that I am not sending them away to their beds. So they are laying down next to the AC vent right now, trying to cool down. So I'm just like feeling the gaps between my brows. gonna use the brush again to soften the look, soften the color. So this is my everyday brows, nothing very fancy, but really just like filling up the gaps between the brows. So that way they look more alike. And remember, your brows will never look the same. Don't even stress out about it. As they are called, they are sisters, not twins. So you're not expecting them to look identical, but you want them to look more like alike. So another saying that I'm hearing a lot when I'm watching those makeup videos, it's they are not twins, they are sisters, but they are sisters, not distant cousins. So you still want them to look alike. You're not expecting them to look exact identical, but you want them to look alike. So this is just something that you just have to figure out what works for you, what you like, how you like them, and just go with it. So, like I said, for my lips, I pick like this dark pinkish color. So I'm going with like this darker eyeliner. And again, when you are outlining your lips, I'm just going on my lip line. I don't want to make them look bigger or anything, but you can, by going a little bit above your lip line, you can make your lips look bigger. So that's one thing. Another thing, you always want to draw it up, because you want to lift your lips, not take them down. And those lip liners are waterproof, so after you let them dry, they aren't gonna move anywhere. And look, this lip liner looks almost identical as this lipstick, and I didn't even check before. I just assume they're gonna look well together, and they are. So there it is. Complete look for today. Like I said, Monday I want something quick, something easy, nothing very like fancy. So press the liquid eyeshadows, 2 of them, just quickly blend them, you get this nice look. And then lipstick, little bit of the bronzer, blush, maybe some highlight or luminizer on your face, and you're done. And now, because it's freaking hot outside, I'm gonna make sure that I use my setting spray to keep it on my face, not to melt. With the heat and oily skin, everything can happen. So there it is. Just let it dry, and now your makeup will stay in place. So I often use this setting powder, but today because of it's so hot, I didn't want to apply another layer of powder on my face, because I know it's gonna help for the makeup to stay in place, but it's also gonna I'm gonna run into the risk that it's gonna get more oiliness on my skin because of extra layer of powder. So I decided that the spray will be better for me. And this one you can also use as a primer, which means you can spray it all over your face, apply your foundation, spray it on top when you're done. So this is 2-in-1 product. So this is also great when you don't want to have too many products. And this powder, it's also prime and set, so you can use this one also as a primer and set. I'm using primer that I am just applying like a moisturizer to my face. I just like that primer a little bit better for me. For my big pores, that looks better because it's really like closing my pores and minimizing them, so my foundation stays on top of them, doesn't go inside of them. But if you don't have issues with pores, then any of those two will work for you. That way you have one product that you are using as a prime and set, and again prime and set. Or if you are going on the trip, those are the great products to grab with you, so you don't have to take a primer and setting and foundation and all that. That way you are just grabbing one product, prime, set, and then foundation, and you are good to go. So that's all for today. I apologize for my husband calling me earlier. So I have deleted the old video, so we're not gonna get confused which one is the correct one. That was my quick look for today. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want that one-on-one consultation about the shape of your face to find out the best areas where to apply your bronzer or your highlighter, just so you can accent the greatest things about your face, the things that you like about your face, and hide the things that you don't want to be like in the first look when someone looks at your face. So that's all for today. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!